Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel today. Hope that everyone is having a very wonderful day today and enjoying the weather, the beautiful trees, going swimming, hiking, shopping, whatever you may be doing, sleeping. Hope that you're having a very peaceful day. Today I would like to provide you with brush swatches from the Norvina Eyeshadow Palette, and it's from ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. I have created a demo using the Norvina palette, and I really like this palette. I enjoy the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills eyeshadows. I do think they're very good quality and pigmented. I haven't had a palette that I've bought that I have disliked at all, so I find that their shadows are good, formulated eyeshadows, and they really work well together with the other palettes, so you can intermix all the palettes to create your own customized look. So let's go ahead and get started. I will be using my Clean Sweep makeup brush pad to provide brush swatches of the 14 eyeshadows. So I'm going to be able to use this to change in between swatches the colors. And I paid for that at TJ Maxx for $3.99. You can also buy from Marshalls, also I think at the same price. And then we have my Morphe M408 shader, basically like a short shader brush. So this is basically like a brush to basically be able to smudge out your eyeshadows. So let's add some lighting. I apologize for that. So that is the brush that I use for all my brush swatches. I will be providing these swatches with no primer on my arms, so you will be able to see the pigment exactly the way it comes from the eyeshadow palette. So let's go ahead and proceed. Before we proceed, this is the palette. Beautiful purple packaging with like velvet type of finish around the packaging. You have your sleeve, and then you have a mirror that it comes with the ANASTASIA logo in the middle, and you can remove that sticker from in front of the mirror. And then you have all 14 shades. So let me bring them up close so you can see them. And it also comes with a dual-ended brush that you see here. So let's go ahead and get started. So I will be providing this description of for each color in the palette as described on the website. ANASTASIA Beverly Hills does describe this palette as fully pigmented and very easy to blend. There are duochrome and metallic pigments that's provided in a luxe packaging with a built-in mirror as well as a double-ended brush. I do think there are also matte finishes, and there may be some pearl, almost like pearl finishes, but there are definitely mattes. So on the top row you have all shimmer full metallic finishes, but you also have a few, I would say they're mostly mattes, but there's some like iridescent. There's like part like finely milled almost like glitter in some of the shades, but let's go ahead and proceed, and I will be providing you descriptions of each color. So the first shade is called Dreamer. Dreamer is described by Norvina as a metallic pink champagne. And the palette was inspired by Anastasia's daughter, Claudia. So Claudia has her Instagram, her Twitter. She goes by Norvina. So let's see Dreamer. It definitely has a champagne finish. Now it says there's pink. I'm not really detecting the pink, but however, maybe on fairer to medium skin, since I have more medium to dark skin, maybe more detectable depending on your skin tone. But it is very pigmented. So that is that shade. Make sure I have so much arm room, but I want to make sure that you all see the eyeshadows. So again, very beautiful, make a great accent shade. All the colors at the top of the row will make beautiful accent highlighted shades. So let's go into the next shade. The next shade is called Summer, and I'm going left to right on the top row. It is described as a full metallic golden topaz. It's definitely full. You can see that high shine to it. And with these shadows, I noticed when I was doing my demo, you don't really have to dig into the palette to pick up a lot of product. It really attaches to your brush without any difficulties. So that is Summer. Which is a full metallic golden topaz. Very beautiful. The next shade is one of my favorites. It's called Wild Child, and it is described, and you can see some finely milled glitters in it. Wild Child is described as a duochrome frosty pink with a magenta shift. It's almost like fine gold glitters in this particular one. Definitely like a highlighting shade. I use it for my inner corner highlight in the demo. And definitely make a beautiful accent color. So that is Wild Child. The next shade is called Rose Gold, and it is described as a metallic rosewood. Definitely looks intense, just like summer. So that is rose gold. Definitely a rose gold color. Another stunning. All these colors are just beautiful. The shimmers are very extravagant in this palette. I really enjoy the way they do their duochromes, their metallics, in their eyeshadow palette. They are very distinct and just really beautiful. There's like the foil has high shine to their metallic, so it makes a really great bold statement, like a beautiful statement on the eye. The next shade is called Celestial, another one of my favorites, and it is described as a duochrome plum with a violet shift. And I think this is one of the Norvina signature shades. I apologize if my camera goes in and out of focus. I think it focuses on my fingers and then it goes right back to the eyeshadow. So that is Wild Child. Wild Child is not Wild Child, I'm sorry, but Celestial. So Celestial is definitely more sheer compared to the others, but you can definitely build it up on the eye. As you will see in my demo, it's definitely a beautiful color, but it looks sheer in the swatch. But also know there's no primer, and you can always wet your brush for a stronger intensity as well. The next shade is called Dazzling. It is described as a cool tone duochrome bronze with violet shift. So there is a violet shift. And the pigments are very soft. So again, do not push too hard into your palette because they will pick up a lot of product and you don't want to lose a lot of product. So again, this is Dazzling. I don't see a violet shift. It looks very bronze. Let's move it around. Looks more bronze, doesn't it? I'm not sure if it gives off that shift, that violet. But who knows, maybe at night or maybe in different lighting it may have a shift. But nevertheless, it is still a nice accent color. So that is Dazzling. And the last shade on the top row is called Drama. And this is another shade I think is very signature to this palette is one of the purples. It is described as a duochrome aubergine with cool bronze shift. There is like micro colored glitter, I think, in this particular one. That is a beautiful color. So as you can see, this palette does have some staple signature shades that Claudia put in for this palette to make it a Norvina palette. These are her distinct colors that she wanted to represent Norvina. So let's go to the last row, and the first shade on the last row is called Base. Base is described as a matte eggshell. So this is a matte. So all the colors on the last row are matte finishes. So it's definitely like a creamy white color. The next shade is called Soul, one of my favorites in this palette, and it is described as a matte wisteria. It is so pretty. It reminds me like of a orchid, like a purple orchid. Definitely lavender, lilac type of color. I think this is also a signature shade. That is Soul. The next color is called Incense, and Incense is described as a matte, dusty terracotta. This one I would think is like a cool tone type of brown shade. It's not quite dark. It's kind of like a mid-tone cool. I think it will make a great transition shade, especially for those with fair to light medium skin tone. You just see it on me, it was very cool against my skin tone. The next shade I really like, and it's called Love. We need a lot of love in this world. We need love. We need to love each other, respect each other, honor each other, help each other, support each other. Love is the universal language and emotion. So love is described as a matte, mid-tone, cool pink. It It has a similar finish to Soul. So Soul and Love are definitely the pastels in this palette. And I think this will make a beautiful lipstick. Soul and Love. If they came like in a liquid lipstick, or as a, if Love was sold as a blush, or they came as a matte lipstick, it would be very pretty. You know, just for those who like to wear pinks or purples. So that is Love. Come back and focus. The next shade is called Volatile. And Volatile is described as a matte, warm charcoal. So basically like a taupe. My swatches always ends up going a different direction because I usually line them. Come back into focus, camera. So this is described as a matte, warm charcoal. So definitely a taupe. Has like a plummy type of undertones of charcoal. So I just got finished swatching Volatile. Hopefully just got the last part of what I was saying in the video. But it looks more of a like a deep taupey plum shade than it does charcoal. Charcoal I imagine to be very like a very intense, dark, rich gray shade, or almost black. The next shade is Eccentric. It is a matte, dark, burnt orange. And it is a very beautiful shade. I love orange-based shadows. And I feel like these pigments are they're done very well. You can see a little bit of Volatile in that swatch, and I apologize, but that is the swatch for that. So that is Eccentric. A pop of orange in this palette, and then the last shade is called Passion, and Passion is described as a matte, deep garnet shade. So I imagine like a deep red based burgundy, and it's such a beautiful color. I would take that in a matte lipstick, liquid lipstick. Yes, I love colors like this. I would take the burnt orange in a liquid lipstick or matte lipstick or a lip gloss. Definitely pretty shades. And hopefully the Norvina is a permanent to the Anastasia eyeshadow collection. So that is all the shades. That is definitely a deep red type of, like a dark burnt red, burgundy plum shade. Definitely looks signature. So that is all the 14 shades of the Norvina palette. So let's go and repeat the names of each one. So the one I just swatched is called Passion. Then you have Eccentric, Volatile, Love, Incense, Soul, Base, Drama, Dazzling, Celestial, Rose Gold, Wild Child, Summer, and Dreamer. So again, those are all the beautiful 14 eyeshadows of the Norvina palette. Yes! So hopefully you all found these brush swatches very helpful to you, and I hope for you to have a really beautiful day, evening, or night, depending on when you are watching this video. Definitely have a nice day, and you know, again, spread love, spread kindness. It is definitely needed in this world today. So with that, I will end my video, and take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.